Hello kids, we are now on the last quarter of our lesson in mathematics. The relationship of the volume of solid figures and deriving the formula in finding the volume. And welcome to my channel. This is Maestro05DX. And don't forget to like and share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated on all my videos. Okay, so for our preparatory activity, let us have a review. Okay, so what is the formula in finding the surface area of a sphere? What is the formula in finding the surface area of a sphere? So that is equals to 4 pi r squared. Next, what is the formula in finding the surface area of a cube? Okay, surface area of a cube. So that is equals to 6 times s squared, or 6 times side times side. The formula in getting the lateral area of a cylinder. So what is the formula in getting the lateral area of a cylinder? So that is equal to 2 times pi times r times height, or LA is equals to 2 pi RH. How about the formula in getting the lateral area of a pyramid? So what is the formula in getting the lateral area of a pyramid? So that is equals to 4 times 1/2 times base times the height. Again, LA is equals to 4 times 1/2 times the base times the height. And the formula in getting the surface area of a triangle, how will you get the surface area of a triangular pyramid? What is the formula? So that is equals to LA plus the 2 times the base, and LA is equals to the perimeter of the base times the height. And the last question is the formula in getting surface area of a cone. So the formula in getting the surface area of a cone, that is equals to pi r h, or pi multiplied by the radius multiplied by the height, plus pi multiplied by the radius is squared. Okay, so this time let us proceed to our lesson. Okay, so look at the figure below. Look at the figure below. Okay, what have you noticed about the figure? What is the shape of the figure? Yes, it is a rectangular prism. And it is made up of unit cubes, which is 1 centimeter cube. And each of these cubes occupies a space which is 1 centimeter. So how can you measure the space inside the solid figure? So just count. Or get the width, the length, and the width, and then multiply them to be able to get the volume of the rectangular prism. So if you will notice that this is from here up here is 1, and then from here is 2 is 1, and then so in short the width is 2 and the uh, height is 2 and the length is 3. And then if you're going to multiply that, that is 2 times 2 times 3 is equals to 12 cubic centimeter. And then all solids occupy space. And the amount of space solid occupies is called as volume. And volume is always expressed in cubic units. Take notes that volume is always expressed in cubic units. Okay? So, in order to tell the amount of space occupied by solid, we must have a volume unit. And the volume is measured in cubic units such as, this is centimeter or cubic centimeter, cubic decimeter, cubic meters, and so on and so forth. And another way to know the volume of a solid figure is by using the formula. However, before we proceed, let us study the relationship of the volume between two solid figures, and this will lead us to the formula. Okay, so let me show you. So we have the rectangular prism. A rectangular prism has 6 rectangular faces. Opposite faces are equal, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. And the angle between the faces is 90 degrees. So these are 90 degrees. And the other one is the pyramid. When we say pyramid or a rectangular pyramid, has a polygon shape. Again, has a polygon-based shape face and 3 or more triangular faces connected to make an apex. A pyramid is named according to the shape of its base. So if you will notice that they have the same length, this is also 15, this is 15, and then the width is 3 and this is 3, and the height is 3 and this is 3. So, now, if you're going to analyze this, if you will notice that the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 of the volume of a rectangular prism, which is exactly the same base and height. If the pyramid is filled with salt, then its content is poured into the rectangular prism, and then only 1/3 of the prism will be filled. And to find the volume of a pyramid, we have to multiply the area of the base by its height and divide it by 3. And to find the volume of a rectangular prism, just multiply the length, the width, and the height. So let's try. Please take note of the given information. Okay, so let's do first the volume of a rectangular prism. And of course, the formula is equals to length times width times height. And given are as follows. The length is 15 centimeter. The width is 3 centimeter. The height is 3 centimeter. And to apply the formula, we have B is equals to length times width times height, which is equals to The length is 15 centimeter multiplied by 3 centimeter multiplied by 3 centimeter. That is equals to 135 cubic centimeter. And for the volume of a rectangular pyramid, so we have the volume is equals to 1/3 times the length times the width times height with the same given number. So given are as follows. You have your length is 15, the width is 3, and the height is 3. And to apply the formula on the given uh, is equals to 1/3 times the length times width times height, which is to substitute, we have 1/3 times 15 times 3 times 3 is equals to 135 cubic centimeter divided by 3. So, therefore, the volume of a rectangular pyramid is equals to 45 cubic centimeter. Okay? Again, as I've said, if you will fill the rectangular prism with the content of the rectangular pyramid, only 1/3 of it will be filled. Okay, so this time, let us proceed to the relationship of the cylinder and a cone. Okay, so the relationship of a cylinder and a cone. So we have, of course, you have the cylinder and a cone, and they have the same height, which is equals to 14 centimeter and a radius of uh, 8 centimeter. They have the same radius. Now, if you will notice that if we're going to pour, okay, just look carefully. If a cone is filled with sugar, the cone, if the cone is filled with sugar and then its content are poured into the cylinder, only 1/3 of the cylinder will be filled. So this explains that the volume of a cone is 1/3 part of the volume of a cylinder with having the same base and height. Let me show you the picture or the show it in figure. So that is okay, look on this. So this is that's it. So the first cone filled only 1/3 of the cylinder. The second is 2/3, and then the third cone it filled it full. So meaning will 3 cones of sugar will be filled on a cylinder with the same base and the same height. Okay, so to derive for the formula, so that is equals to volume of a cone is equals to 1/3 pi r squared height. And the value of the pi is equals to 3.14. Let us use only the 3.14. And the radius is equals to 8. And the height of a cone is equals to 14. So to apply, so that is 1/3 times 3.14 times 8 centimeter quantity raised to the second power times the height of 14. Okay, so bring down again 1/3 times 3.14 and then expound 8 centimeter quantities raised to the second power as 8 times 8 is equals to 64 squared times 14 centimeter. Again, bring down the 1/3 times 3.14. Then multiply 64 square centimeter times 14, which is equals to 896 cubic centimeter. Then multiply 1 times 3.14 times 896. That is equals to 2,813.44. So you have to multiply it again by 1. The 1 is still there. Divided by 3. So that is equals to 973.81 cubic centimeter. And that is the volume of a cone. Okay, for the volume of a cylinder. So, again, since the volume of a cone is only 1/3 pi r squared height, so the cylinder has a formula of pi times r squared height. And to substitute, that is 3.14 times 8 centimeter quantity raised to the second power times 14 centimeter. So that is equals to 3.14 multiplied by 64 squared centimeter times 14 equals 3.14 times 896 cubic centimeter. Therefore, the volume of a cylinder is equals to 2,813.44 cubic centimeter. Okay? Again, a cylinder has two circular bases that are congruent and parallel to each other. It is connected by a curved surface. Whereas a cone has a circular base with a curved surface connecting to the base to the apex. Okay, to sum up, the volume of a cone is equals to 937.81 cubic centimeter is just the third part of the volume of a cylinder, which is 2,813.44 cubic centimeter. Okay, so this time let us find the relationship of the volume of a cylinder and a sphere. Okay. Again, a sphere has no faces, sides, or vertices. All points are located at the same distance from the center. Take a look on this figure. Okay, so if you will notice, the sphere and the cylinder, it has the same radius, which is 8 centimeter, or a diameter of 16 centimeter. And the height of a cylinder is 8 centimeter. And to give you the volume of a sphere, that is equals to 4 pi r cube over 3. Meaning you are going to multiply the radius 3 times by itself. Okay, so to substitute, and the value of pi is equals to 3.14. So 4 times 3.14 times 8 centimeter quantity raised to the third power over 3, which is equals to 4 times 3.14 times 8 times 8 times 8 over 3. So that is equals to 4 times 3.14 is equals to 12.56 times 512 cubic centimeter over 3, which is equals to 6,430.72 divided by 3. And that is equals to 2,143.57 cubic centimeter, and that is the volume of a sphere. Now, let's get the volume of a cylinder. Okay, volume of a cylinder. Okay, that is equals to pi r squared height. So, given, the radius is 8 and the height is 10. Okay, so you have 3.14 multiplied by 8 quantity raised to the second power times 10. So that is equals to 3.14 times 8 times 8 times 10. So that is equals to 3.14 times 64 square centimeter times 10. So that is equals to 3.14 times 640 cubic centimeter. So which is equals to 2009.6 cubic centimeter. Okay, so since the sphere has no height, we multiply the radius 3 times. Okay, to generalize, how can you measure the space inside a solid figure? Of course, the volume is the amount of space enclosed in a figure, and it is measured in cubic units such as cubic centimeter, cubic decimeter, or cubic meters, and etc. And the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 of the volume of a prism with the same base. And the volume of a cone is also 1/3 that of the volume of a cylinder with the same radius and height. And to solve for the volume of a sphere is equals to 4/3 times the pi times the radius raised to the third power. How do we come up with this formula? Okay, so it is if a sphere is filled with water and poured it in a cylinder, only 2/3 of the cylinder is filled having the same radius. Therefore, the initial formula for the volume of a sphere is 2/3 pi radius squared height. So since the sphere has no height, so take twice of each to solve the height. It will become 4/3 pi radius to the third power. So we made thrice the radius. And for our evaluation, so match the following formula of the given solid figure in column A to column B, then write letter of the best answer in your notebook. So I'll just drop it all. Okay, so you have in column A, you have the cone, cylinder, sphere, pyramid, and rectangular prism. And in column B, you have 4 pi r raised to the third power over 3, L times width times height, pi r squared height, 1/3 pi r squared height, and 1/3 length times width times height. And for set B, read and answer the question. Write the letter of the best answer in your notebook also. So you have, if a rectangular prism or pyramid is placed in a rectangular prism, how many rectangular pyramids can it hold? So you have A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. If a cone is filled with water and poured into a cylinder or into the cylinder, what part of a cylinder could it contain? Is it 1/3, 1/2, 1/4? What solid figure has no faces, sides, and vertices? Is it the cone, the sphere, or the pyramid? And 4, which solid figure has two circular bases that are congruent and parallel to each other? Is it the prism, a cylinder, or a sphere? And for the last question, which is a solid figure that has circular base with a curved surface and connecting to the base to the apex? Is it a cone, B cylinder, C prism? And that's it, and thank you for watching. See you on my next video.